First, it's action, and for a start, we join the 51,000 crowd at Highbury in the warm sunshine for the start of another season. Highbury looking quite magnificent, and the Arsenal team now looking more like its old self, with the return of Rice, Armstrong and George after injury or suspension. As for Manchester United, a young, rather raw-looking side, with number 4 Jerry Daly making his first appearance in the league side, and a number 8 Trevor Anderson, who was such a star for Northern Ireland in the home internationals. It really is a day for youngsters.
Simpson with the free kick. Charlie George coming for this one, dummying there, and Kennedy now! Yes! Ray Kennedy, 1-0 to Arsenal, with less than 2 minutes gone. And really, it all began with the foul by Holton on Radford, giving that free kick, Simpson floating it in, a nice dummy by Charlie George, and Kennedy taking the rebound to hammer it past Alex Stepney. Simpson again, the man who took the free kick the last time, taking this one as well. Deep towards Ray Kennedy. Ball is there as well. Touched back for Armstrong. Hit on the volley. Radford trying to get his head to it, but it was a little too low. Charlie George now to Radford. Can tee one up? And it won't quite go. Booted away there by Steve James, when that looked like number 2, but Radford looks in exhilarating form at the moment. Charlie George with the throw. George again. Deep towards Ray Kennedy. Price has got it again! Beautiful skills by Price, hitting it on the volley from an angle as sharp as that. Popping up in all the unexpected places. Really a player with a tremendous potential here at Arsenal. Rice with a header. Holton winning it in the air. Charlie George again. Now to Kennedy. Wide for Armstrong. Again Rice using the width of this pitch well. It'll come for Armstrong. First time there towards Radford. A beautiful header, just over. Free kick for them, which Alan Ball is going to take. Blockley, in fact, had made a tremendous late run in towards that area, and there's Blockley getting in against the crossbar. Well, that was very close indeed. Blockley puffing out his cheeks there in that area. Came so very close indeed, the number 5. Crossed again there towards Radford, yes! Two nothing. And good play again by Kennedy. And the ball coming across for Radford, very invitingly indeed, to hook that one in. 2-0 to Arsenal. Bertie Mee on the left of the picture in the sunglasses, not smiling, but I would think feeling quite happy. Morgan again. Across towards George Graham, and against the crossbar there by Graham. The nearest by a long way that Manchester United have come to a goal. Here's Morgan again, across the face of the goal this time, and a goal kick. Well, a goal then would have put Manchester United right back in it. George Graham, the former Arsenal player, hitting that crossbar. Buchan again. George Graham sold a beautiful dummy on Alan Ball there. The pass now for Martin. Young with Morgan free on the right. Beautifully played there by Young for Morgan, and this could be very dangerous as the bodies pile in there. And a few boots were flying and the ball finishes up in the net, but nothing is given. Because there must have been an unfair foul, probably by Macari on Wilson. Free kick. In fact, it was thrown in the net. Well, Ball picking up that loose one very well indeed. On for Charlie George. Still with George. And a tremendous shot and a fine save. That really was magnificent football. The break by Ball, the dummy by George, and the shot and the magnificent save by Alex Stepney, which drew applause from both Manchester United and the Arsenal players. Martin. Buchan. Martin again. Oh, it opened up a bit for him there for a moment. Buchan again. And a header without really enough power there from McIlroy. Charlie George. Kennedy taking possession with his ally up front. Radford away on the left here. The cross again by Radford as George goes in. Kennedy there too. And over the top by Alan Ball. Cry of Super Reds coming up from the North Bank, and Arsenal in patches have really looked in superb form this afternoon. Lockley and Simpson misunderstanding each other. Macari with a shot, yes! It's disallowed. It's disallowed. Well, he's disallowed that one. But even so, Alan Ball is furious with the muddle in that Arsenal defence. It can hardly have been for offside. It can only have been for pushing on an Arsenal defender, I would have thought. But whatever it was, it's Ball to Kennedy. Charlie George. Pace really has flagged now, and I'm surprised it stayed as high as it has for so long in this tremendous heat. Ray Kennedy. Playing it through for Alan Ball again. Here's a chance for Ball. 3-0. With 3 minutes left, that close-knit work again on the edge of the area pays off for Arsenal as Alan Ball sneaks in and can almost choose his spot past Stepney.
Right, this Arsenal performance yesterday, Mal. In fact, I came away from Highbury not knowing whether to be delighted for Arsenal or very sorry for Manchester United. You've seen what the viewers have seen.
I felt that Arsenal played with a lot of confidence, played as a team, very sure of each other and knew what each other were doing. And I felt that Manchester United had a goal against them in the first minute, and from then on they played with no confidence whatsoever. Yeah. And I felt a lot of their defensive play was definitely at fault.
Well, we can illustrate that beautifully, I think, with a very deep piece of analysis as the last Arsenal goal was built up right from inside their own half. Malcolm.
As Alan Ball carrying the ball right up to the halfway line, there's Charlie George going away from him. Now watch this when Charlie George receives the ball. He receives it, turns, plenty of time, nobody bothering him, and that is bad defensive play. He hits a long ball out, which is a good ball, stretches the United defence very, very wide. Now there's a situation now which, there's James there, he should have gone very, very tight to Kennedy then and made him do exactly what James wanted him to do. Instead of that, he allows Kennedy to play the ball between him and Holton, and Alan Ball to pick his run exactly when he wants to. Alan Ball takes it left-hand side of the goalkeeper and just side puts it in the net.
Defenders have got to dominate forwards in those sort of areas. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Well, defenders must make forwards do what they want them to do. They don't allow them to do what the forward wants to do. You know, they must make the forward go in the position that they want him to go into.
But in fact, one player that didn't really figure in that move but had a tremendous game yesterday was John Radford.
Yeah, John Radford looks extremely fit and very, very sharp. And there's a situation here where he comes on fast onto a header. It's a long ball from Kennedy. And you'll see the ball rebound in a minute, come back to George Armstrong, who gets in a very, very good cross. There he is there, Armstrong, good cross, floating ball, and there's Radford, a good, powerful header. A lot of power just over the bar.
Getting in ahead of that defender too.
Yeah, he beat the defender at the ball, which is it was in the forward's favour, but he more or less knew where the ball was coming.
And this is Radford's goal.
Yeah, his Kennedy cross is a good cross. That Radford comes in and hits it on the volley with his right foot, and it goes to the left-hand side of Stepney.
We'll see now, Malcolm, John Radford putting his finger up to Bob McNabb, 1. And in fact, I can tell you a little story about that, because in a five-a-side practice on Friday night, I gather Radford was terrible. And Bob McNabb was having a go at him, and Radford said, "I'll get 2 goals tomorrow."
Yes.
And he said,
yeah.
"That's one of them." Very nice. But he looks very good indeed, Radford.
Yeah.